I had wasted my time. Um, but like as in my time off, I don't think I have, but I'm not sure. It's definitely a thing that I toy with. Like I'm not sure, like I'm like, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Don't know. But the today was definitely today was definitely a bit of a rough one. Just because of that funeral in the morning. It wasn't necessarily because it was someone I knew. Well, I knew them, but I didn't know them particularly well. Um, I would have liked to have known them though, but obviously that's not really the case anymore. That's not really possible. Not until Resurrection Day or whatever. And it was stressful too, because he was a very popular individual, as it turned out. So there was a lot of people at his funeral, and that meant that they couldn't all fit in the regular church, so he had to have them in the church hall as well, an overflow of people, as it were. That meant that we had to set up a camera feed from the computer system where we normally just broadcast it to YouTube to the church hall where there was a projector screen for everyone else to watch it. The problem with that was it stopped working about an hour and a half before kickoff. This meant that for the next hour, I and a couple of other people had to run around and do my very best, or our very best, to fix it, which involved getting different HDMI cables, discovering that certain HDMI cables had different directions in terms of they had a direction that they should be in. I didn't know that was a thing that certain HDMI cables had. Turns out it is. Turns out, at least for this particularly long one, can only go in one direction. There is a TV end and a broadcast end, I guess. And we threw it. It's quite a long one. It's literally like 20 or 30 meters. So we put it in, moved it all across, and unfortunately, put it in the wrong way. So I had to take it all back and then swing it around. And we got it done. Like we got it to work. But boy, it was a near thing. I think we got it fixed maybe 20 minutes before the start of the thing. Start of the ceremony, the funeral. I guess that's what you call it. But then we discovered that there was no audio coming in to the stream. And that normally wouldn't be an enormous deal. Because for a normal church service, we've got about a dozen to maybe 30 people, if we're lucky, watching. But on this particular day, we had 100 people watching at the time. And then it was a deal. So we had to figure out why it wasn't working. And it turned out it's because the cable wasn't plugged in properly, the audio jack. Of course, we didn't realize that until we'd spent 10 minutes trying to troubleshoot everything else, because of course the cable's plugged in properly. Why wouldn't it be? Turns out no. Turns out it wasn't. So it was stressful. Oh, and in the middle of all that, as I mentioned in the Discord, I split my pants. Right down the middle. Where like the two pant legs meet. Split. So that was not ideal. It definitely helped when... well, it was definitely helped by the fact that I was just sitting down behind a computer screen the entire service. So that was very helpful to protect the audience, I guess, from my trouser situation. Because if I had to have done stuff up front, that wouldn't have been great. Or, you know, just had to be standing up or had to be walking around. Wouldn't have worked. Sorry. Not that day. I would have had to have, I don't know, figured something else out. Maybe walked around with a clipboard, put on an apron or something, a skirt, tried to find some new trousers. I don't know. Luckily, wasn't a problem. But we've got 40 points to get tonight, gamers. 40 points because there are 2 new cars. Which means we need to get started because it's going to take some time. But as for the rest of the week, I didn't really... The rest of the 2 days, Thursday and Friday, I didn't really do too much. Oh, I had a kind of like manic cleaning moment yesterday where I was like, I need to clean up the bedroom because there's just a lot of clothes on the ground and stuff like that. Because I had to get a tradesperson in. I have to get a tradesperson in because I want to install a ceiling fan in this room in the Jow control center / bedroom. And they wanted a photo of the space they were going to be putting it in. And I wanted to send them a clean photo of the space rather than a messy one. That meant I had to clean things up. Okay, we survived that. Watching on my phone. Damn, well done. X99, you've had a pretty good run, Wolf, recently. Particularly since the, what was it, the 3 or 4 run of E-Class cars, or E-Class ratings that you got? Now we're doing pretty well. Which is good. How's your week been, Wolf? Oh, cool, it crashed anyway. Awesome. Forza is the only... Forza Horizon 5, the only game that this happens on. And for the life of me, I do not know why that is the case. Because it's not like I'm doing anything different for GTA, for example. Just that this game doesn't like being particularly stable for some reason. Now, why am I playing on a mouse and keyboard? Am I a madman? Sports Utility Heroes. We don't have as many event labs, unfortunately. That is going to make it a bit harder to get the points up, I think. Well, it's like I bought that 906 Carrera. Oh, yeah, it is a 906, right? Anyway, the Porsche 906 with hard currency because I couldn't have bought it with Forza points. Let's go see what sports utility heroes we can do for C-Class. C-class? I don't know. I can't remember. No, it was C-class. So it'd be the defenders looking mighty good as a choice. I don't really think we've got any other option. I think it's just going to have to be the... Like, even the Durango. I think it's just the... I think that's stock, the Velar. So it's just a defender. I think is the only one we can break out. I'm gonna double check, but I'm almost certain it was C600. Yep. Not a lot we can do, I don't think. Just curious to see what we can add on. Ugh. Probably not that. I think some wider wheels might be in order. Which are pushed out further. And maybe even... nothing else. Maybe even not that. Maybe even not off-road. We'll just work with what we got. Rally. We've got to get anti-roll because this is going to roll like an absolute ball. Something that rolls, right? No gearbox. I do find it a little bit weird that you can put like a clutch on when this is almost certainly an automatic gearbox. No, we don't want to drift one, Jow. Come on, man. Pay attention. Done that already. Sounds pretty nice. More displacement. The fuel injection, the ignition of that fuel that's being injected, the air to ignite the fuel with that was injected. Yeah. So we've got the mechanical parts in. We've got the things that make us go vroom vroom vroom. I'll just quickly... And then the tire pressure. Jeez, I'm yawning a lot tonight, gamers. Get the toe. Get the caster. I feel like we don't need to be quite that tall. Yeah, we'll just go 30 centimeters. That's far more reasonable. Kinda. And that seems all right. We'll make sure to give it a bit of a drive before we join on the race that we didn't do last time. It worked out all right, but you know, you don't want to tempt fate. Okay, so this one is all of the stuff that isn't black. Yeah, something kind of obnoxious green? Yeah, why not? Let's go obnoxious green. You go a darker green down the middle. A navy blue. A red. This could be the Christmas mobile. A little bit out of season there, that's the only thing. We have anything special. We could also go carbon fiber, obviously. Camouflage. We go with timber as well, like wood panel. Yeah, we can make it wood. Mahogany. We go for some more, what is it, diamond pattern? Yeah, diamond plate, there you go, it's up in the top left, yeah? Come on, man. I mean, maybe just leave it standard. I mean, the two-tone is quite nice as it is. Maybe a slightly, like a grey, perhaps? What about a matte grey? Or a semi-gloss? Okay, let me change it with this. Yeah, something like that. Why not? That'll do. It's not super inspiring, but it'll do the trick. Get those calipers looking nice. Let's get some stickers on this bad boy. I don't know if I've mentioned it before, but I have a real, almost aversion to stickers in that I'm very hesitant to put stickers on things. Oh, we got another waifu to join old reliable over here. That's nice. Racing mate Van Jack. Lock boys, no luck. Sharks. And Pepsi. Okay. Nothing super exciting. What if we search off-road? Well, let's... Oh, we are a sports utility hero. What about SUV? What if we search SUV? Not a huge amount. Okay. What about sports? What if we look up each of the different words? We look up sports, we look up utility, and we look up vehicle. So the first one is obviously the most appropriate. Speed. I think you can say one thing about this car, and that this is the right word that will be describing it in the race. People will look at this car and go, that's speed, all right. It fits quite nicely under the handle, actually. Sped. Now we look up utility. Utility. What do we get under utility? Utility 1, some door handle rust. Prize and sports utility. Heroes, just the word utility. The word utility in a globe. There you go. It's up there again, but backwards this time. Jimmy Vision. The sports utility heroes logo. Not a huge amount, huh? Why is there a gas power bolt? Oh, why do I get a feeling that's some sort of Holocaust thing? I don't know, it just seems weird. I mean, it's in Polish, so it could be anything. I do not know. We should probably put this on here, just so people know what's up, what's good. Oh, us? No, we're not off-roading, sorry, we're a sports utility hero. You must have me confused for someone else. Who isn't a sports utility hero. Why yes, that is the word speed on the side of my car. You're so observant. And then, last but not least, vehicle. A word that took me far too long to figure out how to spell. I would so often write vehichili. I don't know why, but I did. Speed camera test vehicle? That's not inappropriate. Prototype development vehicle, support vehicle. EV, probably can't say that one. High powered, probably can't say that one either. Could just write vehicle on the side. Just so people know that we are in fact a vehicle. Oh, me? Yeah. I'm a vehicle. Did I even spell correctly? This is what I was talking about. The way vehicle is spelled just doesn't look right there. Vehicle speed. I think that's a very nice flank we have there. I gotta pivot this down a bit. And I think we've got to move it down as well because it seems to be sitting higher up. That's better. Let's see what we want to put on the bonnet. What's on the... We've looked up SUV, but we haven't looked up at Land Rover. And I mean, that's what we're driving. What about land? What if we look up land? Wilkes-Barre's Camel Trophy, all-wheel drive, Land Rover, 70 years, some kanji text, Land Cruiser, Mickey Mouse for some reason, Deutschland, Land Rover, Land Rover, Land Rover. Yeah, you thought you were being clever, Jow. No, they saw you coming. They knew you were searching for Land Rover. Why is the gay flag listed as Dakar? I mean, it doesn't bother me, it's just confusing. The stars and bars. Well, let's slap a Land Rover on it, because that's clearly what they want us to do. Let's go to the 70 years one. Try and center that one on the bonnet. I think that could look pretty snazzy. I wonder when it was 70 years. Can't be that. I mean, maybe it is. I don't know how old a Land Rover is. I don't know if they were actually driving them in the Second World War, or if it was like the Willis Jeep, where the vehicle they were driving transformed into the Land Rover. Also, I do feel like I often say, instead of Land Rover, I say Land Drover, as an L-A-N Rover. So kind of English, not English, the Australian kind of agricultural hero, the drover. What do we want to slap on the back of this? Sticker. Yeah, okay, well, let's go search instead of just re-entering it again. I love mums. Well, we do love mums. Maybe we do put I love mums. We do love our mums here. Or we could just put either, we could put both actually, oh whoa and ooh on the back. Maybe we do that. We can show off the duality of a man. You can have an OO. But I almost couldn't mute it there for a second for that sneeze. I was pressing the button and it was like, no, sorry, I can't do anything with that. My bad. Don't know what you expect me to do there, Chief. Was the stream deck saying? And uwu. Cruelly the duality of man. Okay, now let's take it out of the garage. See if those tunes we did to it are actually worthwhile. I do like the brake lights on this. The kind of, well, the tail lights, I should say. Those kind of ring lights. I do like those. I think it handles all right. I mean, we've also got to consider that we aren't going to be driving on the tarmac exclusively. Probably going to be a lot of times, maybe even all of the times, we're driving off of the road. We are, after all, a utility vehicle as well, we cannot forget. As the uwus and owos would indicate. Alright, festival playlist. Let us jump into this trail. Let's get this bread. I reckon Land Rover would be happy to be associated with Vehicle Speed, Horizon Sports, Utility Heroes, OWO, uwu vehicle. I think they'd be honoured to. I feel like this really encapsulates the spirit of Land Rover. Far better than any other vehicle that we've seen on this channel so far. But I don't think we've featured many Land Rovers on the channel. Despite Shadow talking glowingly about his experiences with Land Rovers, we have not featured too many. Primarily because they haven't really let no new ones have been released in any of the updates that we've had to unlock, or we haven't really had to use them to unlock anything, I don't think. I'll be interested to see what everyone else brings. Were they as lost as I was and just went for the Land Rover Defender? Or was there another car that I could have gone for but didn't? Heroes of the Hour. And what hour is that, game? I should have just gone rental car just to see what cars were available. Oh, that works out perfectly. The ad's finished just in time. Oh, the Mini Countryman. Hey, I didn't think about that one. We've got about the mini countryman entirely until this point, to be honest. The AI certainly didn't. There's a lot more countrymen than there are defenders. I think overall there actually might be more countrymen in this lobby than there are defenders. Because we've got 2 of our own. I'm new. Sorry. Sorry you new, man. I'm also not entirely certain he is new. I thought our rule was, like, higher rank, but maybe I'm wrong. Didn't really pay too much attention, if I'm honest. That's a house. Probably could have afforded to put the spoiler on, because we're not really doing much with our top speed. The spoiler does look pretty cringe, also. So it's a real tough call. Remain based, but perhaps lose because of it. Not having a spoiler. Become cringe and possibly win by having a spoiler. Tough call. The Mini Countryman is not a small car, but the fact that it looks tiny compared to the Defender 110 kind of shows the size of this vehicle. I don't know what engine we've got in here. Like, I don't know if it's a petrol or a diesel. It must be a petrol, given how high it's revving. But then I don't know what petrol it is. Maybe a straight 6? Or at least a 6-cylinder? I can't imagine it's the V8 version. Maybe I'm wrong though. Well, the team won, and that's the important part. We need more of that speed. They were advertising on the side. We didn't really have much of that last round. Should put more speed decals on, I guess. We'll painted it red, that would have helped. Actually, I should have painted it yellow, then the OWO and the UWU sticker would have stuck out just a bit more, obviously. Which is, you know, ultimately the objective. The vehicle is merely a canvas for the artwork that is the wrap. I could have sworn I got that. That is not ideal. Looks like I've basically got a whole 3 laps to catch up. up. A little bit out of understeer there. Then again, that was my fault. I was still very much applying the throttle. Doesn't really drift well either, as it turns out. I mean, it's not for lack of power. We've got a lot to throw around at almost 350 kilowatts, and what was it? Like 600 newton meters of torque, probably. Yeah, it's 630. I mean, it's probably 700 when you actually go the whole way down to lower RPM. It's just that this vehicle probably weighs a metric ton. I mean, it really shows you it can just be all lost in one rewind. Like, I don't think we would have won by no stretch, but I think we would have been much further up. I mean, the only reason we went last is because someone ran into the temple or whatever, this fresh soap fella. And probably one of the few reasons we finished is because F1 Mythic was just a lot further behind the first place Lady Antonia out there doing the YMCA. Thank you, Wasabi. I do need that. I will after this race. I do need to fill up my glass and get some more water. How are you doing, Wasabi? How's your time zone treating you? Oh wow, just a full self-care package tonight. Good for that though. Stretching out the old shoulders. Alright, speed vehicle time. Let's go. Yeah, our rule is not new. 119 with a 3-star. They're the second most experienced person here. I need to watch Dredd. I haven't. I've heard only good things about it. Like, Keith Urban is fantastic as Dredd. It's also a very good retelling, or like, recreation of the world, and like the scenarios that Dredd finds himself in. Look at all these noobs in their stock-coloured Land Rover Defenders. Cringe. My plan is tomorrow to watch Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, finally. It took me probably a year, basically, at this point. But I will finally get around to watching it. Yeah, I've never really interacted with the franchise at all, actually. Like, I've heard similar things about the Stallone one, that it was just really a bit of a dumpster fire. The closest thing to an interaction I've had with the world of Dredd, I guess, is there was a Judge Dredd video game called Dredd vs. Death in like 2003 or so, which I played the demo of, and that was kind of neat, but never actually played it the whole way through. But that's the only thing I've really interacted with for Dredd stuff. Red Dumpster. Freddy Fazbear. That's like my... I don't know why. I haven't even played any of the Five Nights, but that's where I go to when I hear Fred. Well, this one definitely wasn't, you know, R or whatever. It sure as hell wasn't, like, you know, kid-friendly. We probably shouldn't have been playing it at the time. But it, you know, it was 2003. It could only be so gory, right? What are you game deving, Wasabi? That you are wondering about your gritty tones. Cool. Love to be able to game dev, but it's just like a whole different skill set that I don't have. I'm going to get this water so I can hydrate. I will return. Uno momento. I do think game dev is very cool, how you can kind of create stuff out of just text. Yeah, if you're doing, you know, more traditional coding at least. Yay, another Levante. I guess we might as well stay off-road. Unlimited off-road and buggies. Oh, there's only one event. It's going to be very hard to get the requisite 40 points, I think. Yeah, and I've done like very little bits of coding for university stuff. It was all in like Python or whatever, and you'd what was it? You'd make different little bits of code. I think one of the ones we did was a kind of what was it? It was like an agent thing where we were basically trying to make it create different, almost like transport networks between randomly generated points on a map, or on the screen, I should say.
Turn left.
But obviously that's pretty, I wouldn't call it exactly cutting edge stuff.
In 400 meters, you will arrive at your destination.
I could see me doing some of that kind of the visual block programming stuff you see with like the more popular game engines like Unreal and maybe Unity even. I could also see that'd be quite limiting. You'd have to play with the blocks you're given rather than make your own blocks. We could jump into Nomad, that could always be fun. Yeah, let's jump into Nomad. Frankly, the first thing I would like to learn if I ever got around to doing it would be to learn Blender. That's the thing I would actually like to learn. You're very fast revving. Oh, why we quite overcooked it there. Oh, bounced off that. Oh, Shadow Fox, Acer Wolf, Mauser, take a dive, all of you, please. Coming second is fine, but coming fourth, probably not going to be great. In terms of, like, recovering championship points. Okay, well, let's restart this. And let's also have a look at the tuning for this car. Because it's probably from the dark ages where I didn't really do anything like that. Yeah, it is. Well, a little bit. You do have a diff though, that is pretty impressive actually. Yeah. I'll try, Wrench. I'll try. No promises, though. I mean, I squatted down a little bit at the back, but we're not fast enough, unfortunately, to get a wheelie going on. I'm sorry to disappoint. How's your time zone treating you, Wrench? Smoky Media would not be driving an electric car. Okay, second place, that's good. You just don't want to ping off of that lamppost again. The trophy truck was squatting like no one's business. And the tires were canted as well. Very much so. Oh, that was maybe a little bit too much on the brake there. Press 2 and send it. What does 2 do? What does 2 do on Horizon 5? Oh, let's rewind a little bit further. I press 2 and I'm sending it. It's that checkpoint. We're having a bad night tonight, gamers. Even with the pressing of 2. Okay, that was some sort of message from the beyond. Okay, maybe not the best attempt at that corner we've ever had. I was really hoping that we might take them on that corner, or that kind of end of the jump. 95! Exclamation point? Exclamation point, 2. Buggy needs a 2JZ. This buggy? The one I'm in, or one of the other ones? I don't know what we've got in this bad boy. I think it's a V8. A racing V8, but I'm not sure for certain. Maybe not. We've only got 232 or so kilowatts. That's probably not a V8. I mean, we can also say for certain that it's probably not a 2JZ as well. I mean, I guess a 2JC would fit. Have I done all like the collector boards, like the XP boards and the fast travel boards? No, I have not. I don't think I've ever done all of the boards actually in any of the Horizons. I'm just not... I never feel like I need to or particularly want to do like the 100%. The only one that I do like to do is I do like to 100% the road one. I do like that. But some of the boards, particularly in like 5, I've just been really hard to get to places. And it's just not something that I want to do, basically. I'm going to give it a miss. You're doing it in 4. Well, well done you. Are you following like a map? Or are you just driving around making sure you've got them all? I have the RS2000 somewhere, but I guess it's either not... It's probably under Group B monsters, not under Unlimited Rally and Buggies. Which is what this car is in and what this race is under. It's a very cool rally car, the RS2000. Kind of mid-engine, all-wheel drive Ford from kind of 80s. Sick. It'd probably be terrifying to drive or be driven in, though. Particularly, like, obviously driven hard. Because I imagine that thing would just go like nothing else. Certainly nothing else I've ever been in. That's alright, do not worry at all. I mean, I can speak from experience that my teachers had to endure far worse spelling. The amount of times, like, even in university or whatever, I'd be writing an essay and I'd be wanting to use a word and I just couldn't figure out how to spell the word or whatever. So I just changed the sentence. Just be like, well, let's just fall back and kind of regroup around a different word. Yeah, it's the rally one around the airport in Mexico. Oh, that is a nice slide around that corner. What's the Hoonicorn again? Is that the RS2000 Hoonigan edition, or is it one of their pickup trucks? Okay. I mean, in these kind of cars, we do love a bit of a drift around the corner. Ford or Mustang, okay. Well, I mean, strictly the RS2000 is a Ford, right? Kind of like their answer to the Lancia Stratos, kinda. Okay, let's try again. Almost a bit too much drift there. We got 2 windshield wipers. Interesting that one of them is stored vertically. That's probably why I'm so thirsty. I had pizza today. I mean, it probably is a hatchback but the hatchback isn't like storage, is it though? It's the engine compartment. Any kind of luggage would be in the front, right? I think. Unless there's some like small cubbies at the back. I'm pretty sure the engine is behind the driver. In 4. Yeah, I feel like that sounds familiar. Yeah. I mean, obviously there's like the tofu car and all that, but I don't... The AE86 is kind of like fine. In 5, is it? Okay. It's a fine enough car, but I don't really get the hype behind it. Then again, I've never really gotten the hype behind like the Supra either. I can see that the AE86's hype is from the anime. You know, it being the hero car, literally, of that program. But I don't know why the Supra is such a hot ticket item. The Supra engine is, you know, apparently very good at being tuned with like an inch of its life. Millions of horsepower or whatever. No, I out of those two, I would probably go for the Miata or MX-5. Absolutely. I'd probably go for a more modern MX-5, to be honest. But I would go for an MX-5 over a Supra probably almost any day of the week. Pop-up headlight? I don't know. The trouble with a pop-up headlight is I don't actually like how they look with the headlights popped up. Like on the Honda NSX, for example, I like the version, the old version, the original version, but the one with non-pop-up headlights. Yeah, I mean, you can do a lot with, in this game at least, with the MX-5. You can update of the MX-5 like in real life as well. It seems that it's very popular in terms of like tuning it and all that kind of stuff. Like, it's also quite common to like LS swap it and stuff like that, which would just like produce so much more power. I mean, that's one way to get max power, right? Just ask the computer, max power. The computer goes, yeah, sure thing, boss. Here you go. One max power MX-5 for you. Enjoy. Or you go into the, where have all these marks come from on my controller? One of the definite downsides of having a white controller. Or you go into like the tuning menu and go, computer, show me the performance tunes. Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you wanted to go even faster, maybe a faster car to begin with is not a bad idea to look at. Because ultimately, it is an MX-5. There is only so much you can put into it, right? And even then, it's probably not going to be as fast as like a custom-made fast car like a Pagani or a Lamborghini. For the race, I was thinking about that, but then I realized I'm also a little bit lazy. Oh. Invisible wall. Thank you for your help there. And I haven't driven the Aerial Atom in a while. Yeah, we lost the, I don't know what you call it, the rear left. Oh, and the front left too. Wheel thing. Cover? I don't really know what they're there for. I guess they're a mud flap. So the mud just doesn't go flying up. That's probably what they are, mud flaps. It's probably attached a bit better though. Yeah, 4's forests are pretty sick. I mean, 4, honestly, is probably my favorite one out of all of them. I do have a lot of nostalgia for 2, because that was the first one I played. And the kind of French-Italian Riviera is a pretty sweet location for a game map. I didn't particularly care for Horizon 3 because, I don't know. I guess it just wasn't exotic enough for me. Being Australian myself, I was kind of like, not really feeling it. In Horizon 2, yeah, that was the cover car, and you're right, I think it was the first car you drove. Yeah, it was in Australia, and I think I think I should go back and have a look at it at some point on the channel. But at the time, it just didn't, I don't know, didn't grab me in the same way that Horizon 2 did. But that was a tough act to follow. When I had acquired Horizon 2, it had been a long time between drinks to like racing games in general for me, but also open world racing games like Underground 2 or Most Wanted or Carbon. So it was definitely scratching an itch that I hadn't really been able to scratch for a long time. Two was in the French Riviera. One was in Colorado, Arizona. It was in the States. And obviously 5 is in Mexico. And who knows where 6 will be. I feel like a lot of people want it to be in Japan. I feel like Japan's been a sought-after location for a long time. Did you finish it, Wolf? Is that it? Resident Evil 5, is that the one set in Africa? The Resident Evil game series is such a whack series. Like, you know, you've got the originals and some of the reboots, which are relatively kind of... Well, actually, no. The originals were a little bit campy, but they were relatively serious. And then I feel like games like 5 and 6 were very campy action games with hints of horror. And then the more recent reboot ones, I feel like they've definitely doubled down on the horror again. Didn't finish it. Well, nothing wrong with calling it quits on a game. I'm definitely an advocate for just being like, I've had enough of this. I'm not having fun anymore with it, so I'm not going to play it. No fear. I would be very interested in doing a co-op run of Resident Evil 6 on the stream with a friend or something, because it just looks like it's bananas as a game. You reckon?
At the roundabout,
I mean, how much of the story actually carries over from one of the games to the next? I legitimately don't know. $5,000 exactly. That's kind of crazy, actually. So why do you want me to play Resident Evil 5 so much first? Is it just to see me beat this boss, or perhaps more likely not beat this boss? Because it's multiplayer. Well, Resident Evil 6 is multiplayer too. I guess that maybe they started in Resident Evil 5 and just carried it over to 6 as well. I mean, it's definitely not slow, but it's does feel a lot slower than the aerial Atom. I think that's partly because there's not trees flying past us inches from our face.
In 400 meters, turn sharp left. Turn sharp left.
Let me go straight ahead here.
In 400 meters, turn right. Turn right.
I've never played any of the Resident Evil that I've said. I'm pretty sure I've got most of them at this point because of the Humble Bundle I bought. So I could probably play from 1 through to at least 7. Yeah, absolutely. There's not enough time in the world to play the games that you don't want to play. Particularly when there's new games that you might want to play coming out every day. Break out the like and Hypersport, maybe. 2, 3, 7, 8. Which one did we get? We got the CCS last week? Or the... Let's get the CCS out. Looking very 2000s, those headlights. I can't describe why, but they just look very 2000s. Use the 906. I will be using that later on tonight. Because there just aren't that many championships. But there is a... there is something that involves the 906 that I will do to try and get more points. Kind of crazy that this is pretty well the Koenigsegg's first car. At least the first one that really took off in the mainstream. So they've only been around for like a little bit over 20 years. That's a pretty nice road rally course though. I wouldn't want to be in a car any faster than this one though. Pretty tight circuit. I thought that helicopter was melting. The nose looked funny. That's just a camera. It's not melting. Don't worry, chat. No helicopters were harmed in this. I've played through maybe half, maybe a bit less, of Borderlands 1, and that's about it. I did enjoy it a little bit at the time. 11, friend of the channel, was a huge fan of Borderlands, or at least for a while. I think principally just because there was so much choice in the guns. I mean, it is the gun game after all, right? I really got up... In Borderlands 1, I got up to the second area. That was as far as I got. And then for whatever reason, I lost steam. I should play the first one on stream. I should have like a running list of games that I say that I should play. So I can actually remember that and make a point of actually playing them. Rather than just repeatedly saying, I should play it. Damn, Wolf, you alright? Yeah, I saw that. Seem quite stressed, I guess. I didn't. I'll be honest. I had never heard of Pal World before today, and apparently it's an incredibly anticipated game. Then again, I'm not really a Pokemon game man, so that might be part of the reason why it's just kind of missed me. Yeah, it's a Pokemon game with survival elements, apparently. Basically. And there's guns. It's like, okay. Cool. If that's what you want. I have Turnip Boy does tax evasion. I have that. I picked it up from the Steam sale. I want to play that, and then obviously there's Turnip Boy robs a bank, and that will be next on the list. I need to check how long Turnip Boy does tax evasion is in terms of length, because I'm out for dinner tomorrow night, but it's only just down the road from where I am. So I'm wondering if it finishes at a time where I can get back into my room by 9 p.m. I'm kind of tempted to stream, but maybe something like Turnip Boy commits tax evasion, something short. Because it just seems like a funny game. And it's just it's got a great title, if nothing else. 2 hours long, that's perfect. Perfect for that kind of situation. Tax evasion is 2 hours long. Okay, good to know. Tax evasion speedrun this July, when it's tax season.
In 200 meters.
Your boy is probably not going to be 100%ing that game.
Turn left.
I'm sure there's some good Easter eggs or achievements or whatever, but nah. Not for me. Like, all power to people who go out there and 100% games or platinum games or whatever you want to call it. But nah, that's not your boy. I was talking earlier with Wrench about or was it Wasabi? I can't remember. Someone with a W starting name.
400 meters. Turn sharp.
About they were doing. It would have been Wrench, I think. They were doing the billboards, trying to do all the billboards in Horizon 4. And I was saying that is something I've never done. And I don't think I ever will, just because it's very time consuming. Because a lot of them are in very kind of tricky locations by design. This game, or like Power World, or Tax. No, Turnip Boy does a bank robbery.
Recalculating route.
Okay. Well, it is on Game Pass. So if you can, you might as well try and get your money's worth. Good morning, Inadequate. How's things?
Take the first exit.
I mean, speaking of games on Game Pass, I am tempted to have a look at the F1 2023 just to see what more serious kind of how I handle more serious racing. That's a treat. Yep, I knew it. I could just predict it. Fuel, 20G. $20,000 of fuel? That's a lot.
Turn sharp right.
No. I mean, I may for like the affiliate anniversary or something, just for the meme. But I have no idea how they whiffed that game so hard.
You have arrived at your destination.
I haven't touched it. I had it downloaded when it launched, just to... I was going to, give it a fair shake or whatever. But there were so many people like yourself who were just like, nah, I can't. So I just said, okay, that's fine. Hot take from Inadequate tonight. Video games are bad, actually. You heard it here first. Oh, I've got to get in the typo. Wow, you'd rather play Need for Speed Unbound. That is a bold one. Well, legally speaking, Wolf, you cannot say that you are killing Pokemon. For legal reasons, you are killing non-specific monsters. Any similarity to pocket monsters, actual or imagined, is for legal reasons not intentional. Oh, I don't care about the actual crime of murdering them. I'm thinking more about like Nintendo lawyers. Hell yeah, let's get some VTech going on up in here. Pokey dudes, thank you. Pocket dudes. They're not monsters. They're just guys that I happen to be murdering. I mean, while we're on the topic of Pokemon, a franchise that I have incredibly little knowledge in, they eat Pokemon, right? Like, they must. Because there's no animals, right, in Pokemon? It's all Pokemon. Like, there's no sheep, there's no cows or chickens, it's just Pokemon. I feel like I've heard this before, that it is a controversial topic. But I must be right? Not that, I'm a streamer, therefore I'm correct, but is there another place that the meat's coming from? I don't think there is. We don't talk about that kind of stuff. I mean, yeah. It is ultimately a kids' show, right? I was at the gym the other day, and for whatever reason, they showed Pokemon at around 1 PM on 9Go for Australians in the channel. And they were, I don't know, in some sort of tropical island or something. Ancient creeks, perhaps? I don't know. It was weird. But there did seem to be like fish that weren't Pokemon. But maybe I was just not paying attention because I was doing my best to distract myself from the workout. I don't know. I mean, yeah. It's because they know that the people yearn for Pokemon. But they also know that they can't give the people Pokemon. They're going to have to do the wish thing. I mean, this isn't the first game with, like, wish.com Pokemon. There was the, what was it? A game called something like Temtem? It was some sort of MMO, I think, where you go around and collect not Pokemon. Yeah, there's been a surprising amount of competition in the not Pokemon zone. Gee, I don't know if I'd stop there, Joe. We're right in the middle of the flow of traffic. Maybe would have, I don't know, pulled over to the side a little bit more. Anyway. We got it done. I mean, I'm not particularly keen to murder the Pokemon. It's not something that I'm desperate to do. I'm just going to quickly fill up my glass again, get some more water, and we'll continue on with this. I can't remember what dance my guy does when they win. Let's have a look. I mean, the trouble is there's not really many fumble dances in this game. But we haven't actually had a look at that for a long while. Emotes. That's the loading one. And the pop it and lock it is the victory one. What else could we do for victory? The Macarena, the Running Man, the Gun Show, Treasure Box, perfect. The YMCA, maybe that one. I feel like that one's a lot more humble. What's in Legendary? Confused? A robot? Sleepy? I mean, that's how I feel currently. Snap? That is an enormous camera. The size of that thing is huge. Get to the chopper. That chopper's gonna take you nowhere, my man. Let's go relax. Let's just chill out. Yeah, the surfboard one was confusing to me as well. I wasn't quite sure what that was meant to be like conveying. Okay, so we got the Pagani Huayra. Let's start with the speed trap. I think that's just up the road. No, it's on the other side of the map. My mistake. Where's the danger sign? Okay, so there's that, and there's that. Let's go here first. An A800 Super GT. I think we can make that work. Aston Martin DB11. That qualifies, right? That's a Super G. What about this? That's also Super GT. Okay. But it's a bit faster. So let's jump on that one instead. Okay. Let's go zoom, zoom, zoom.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
New manufacturer bonus. Hot diggity dog. It shows how much I've been paying attention. I've got like 4 to unlock. Hopefully this will allow us to do a really big jump. What are your guys' plans for the weekend? Anything exciting coming up for you guys? I want to try and buy a suit, because I split mine at the funeral today.
In 400 meters, turn right.
Which is annoying, but that's probably not a bad idea. It's been a while.
Turn right.
Welcome on in, Shadow. How is the leg situation treating you?
Turn left.
Hopefully it's not aching or paining too much.
Turn left.
This is a Power World or whatever. D&D tonight. Getting stoned and couch surfing. That does sound like a full weekend. I'm going to take that corner a little bit better. I don't think I need to. I'm pretty sure we're going for a jump. Yeah, we're still 5Ks away. Okay, that's good. Well, it's a shame that the game is not that great. But at least you don't have to pay for it to find out. I'm glad the leg's not, giving you too much angst. It is the leg, right? Not the arm. The Northern Hemisphere has just had a rough time. This winter. Like, America was getting obliterated by, like, Arctic conditions. I can't remember where it was in Canada, but it was so cold that Celsius and Fahrenheit were the same temperature. Minus 46 or 45 degrees Celsius is the same as minus 45 degrees Fahrenheit. And that's the temperature it was. I thought you were gonna say you're gonna take up knitting. Definitely something I wish I could do, knitting. My mum is an absolute fiend at it.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
She does it while she's watching television or stuff. She's like really good at it. Well, lucky you got out of the way then. I could knit a Jow plush.
You have arrived at your destination.
I think I'm more of the ideas man for a Jow plush, though, to be honest. Okay, that's not quite what we wanted then. How far do we need to be jumping? 313 meters, so approximately 200 meters more. Yeah, well, I need to get a monitor arm for my third monitor before that happens, because we are rapidly running out of space. It would definitely be a very cool thing to do. So I feel like, just from a practical standpoint, I need to do either commission or make one myself, or a combination of both. A life-size one? That's pretty tight. I mean, at that point, is that just basically a fursuit? They just put stuffing in it? Come on, more speed. Okay, we need a lot more speed. We have to be A800 Super GT. Safe to say that this car's not going to cut it. That's bloody impressive. Super GT from the A class. I don't imagine we're going to be able to find one that's too much better than that. With a California? A Shadow full size or just a mini plush? I need to... I can't remember if I even got to the point, but I was going to say I want to / need to figure out... I feel like I need to figure out a ref sheet first. A full-size one would be tight. Though I feel like if you've got a fursuit, for example, you could basically just get like a stuffed dummy of yourself and just put them in the fursuit. I don't even know where I'd go to get a plush, like a custom plushie. Like, I know you can go to places like Makeshift if you want to do a lot of them, if you're like a YouTuber or whatever. But if you just wanted like a one-off... Well, actually, I shouldn't be jumping this direction. I should be jumping more to the right, so I'm going downhill. I mean, maybe that's a good thing that I don't have a ref sheet, because I can't really spend money on commissions. Because I can't really commission anyone. Because currently Jow is just kind of a vibe rather than an actual thing. Let's try this again, but this time let's try and get a bit more to the right so we go towards the valley. Hopefully that'll give us a bit more distance. For an art piece? Yes, please continue. You have the floor. I mean, that's definitely further. But it's not quite... If we cleared that hill, I reckon that's 313 right there. Come on, Ferrari. Oh, fine. Be that way. Ow. interesting. I feel like album covers are quite a... Well, maybe not quite a common, but I've seen a few art pieces based on that. Particularly, I feel like the classic Gorillaz album cover is quite popular. You know, 4 or so people in profile. Hey Shadow, why does Mum allow you to have 2 Sonars? Thank you for the fart thing. I would put the roof down, but given what we're doing, I think having the roof up is probably the safest thing to do. The villain. I think we need to do what that guy did and have a really long run up. On gamers, let's check out this album cover. Hell yeah. It looks like some sort of like tabletop RPG thing. That'll be tight as hell. The only way it could... Hold on. The only way it could be tighter is if it was then printed onto like a holographic foil or something, like some sort of highly collectible Yu-Gi-Oh card or something. Or one of those ridged ones. Those ridged kind of holographic things. So as you move across, like the hammer moves or something. They could do like digital battle. Battling hackers and stuff. It would be interesting now that you mentioned that, Inadequate, just to kind of do like a census, if you will, of Sonars and their I don't know, like how metal they are, like how many of them are warriors, or you know, no kung fu, or you know, soldiers or whatever, gunslingers, hitmen, bounty hunters, what have you. And how many of them are just guys? But they have fur. That is so bloody close, but I don't think that's quite enough. Hell yes. It's not the right number. I'm just going to duck over to the crib real quick. And just see if I can... See if there is another Super GT that I should be using. Like in the car show. Auto show, sorry. Not many. At all in the A800 section. I think the Ferrari California is just the best. Because it's pretty quick. But then again, what's the Aston Martin Vantage quicker? Cruise Sonars are definitely cool. Like, there's something very, very cool about just being like, they're just me, but they've got a tail. I think it's got slightly, yeah, it's got slightly more top speed. And it is a little bit lighter. Maybe we swap back to this. But I'd also find it interesting if there was any kind of similarity or commonality or whatever between people that did like true sonar stuff as opposed to not untrue sonar. Like what makes someone more inclined to do a true sonar than a false sonar or whatever, or per sonar, I guess it would be. Like, I think there could be a lot of quite interesting psychological research done through the perspective of fursonas, or just sonars in general. Doesn't necessarily have to be furries, but just people who have kind of a character that represents themselves, like a VTuber or whatever. I mean, that's probably the case for some people, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just being politically correct, but I'm not inclined to say it's going to be the case for everyone. I wasn't outside too much today, though yesterday it felt really hot. Actually, that's not quite right. Like, the temperature outside was not particularly hot, but the sun had a real bite to it for some reason. No, I get what you mean. It's something that I've definitely been thinking about because I guess I'm a relatively newcomer to the Dominion, or whatever you want to call it. The fandom. We did it! Finally. I mean, particularly as someone who's, I would say, probably straighter than the average furry. I do find it interesting that the fandom is just inherently gay or queer, however you want to describe it. So that's definitely going to be part of it. In England, it's less of a gay thing. Oh, yeah. I mean, there's going to be exceptions to the rule everywhere, right? I don't know. I was thinking the other day, I feel like there's an alternate reality, right, where the furry fandom is just not as gay. Not because that's necessarily better or worse, but just because, something... There's a world where that doesn't necessarily happen, right, where it isn't necessarily as queer or gay, whatever you want to call it, as it is here. I'm just interested as to why it is that way. I mean, part of it is probably to do with the sonar stuff, like being able to make your own identity, particularly back when that wasn't really a thing you could do with yourself. What are we looking to get? Nope, that's the wrong one. 144. Like, I think a lot of I feel like the fact that the furry fandom is quite gay has, at least currently, I feel like at least a bit of that is to do with the fact that it is gay. Like it's almost a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? The safe space for gays come there because it's a safe space for gay people, because gays come here because it's a safe space for gay people because gays come here, kind of thing. But when it was first starting out, there was not quite a conscious decision, but like it doesn't necessarily have to have been a gay safe space. I'm just interested as to why it became that. And I think you're probably right. I think there is an element of that kind of self-expression. Now, hold on a second. Why did you not trigger? They definitely are unusually, well, maybe not unusually, but they are rare. It's definitely something I've noticed or learnt, I guess, in the last 2 years, a year or so. No, I think that's definitely the case. We've really just hemorrhaged speed. I mean, we should probably get some rally tires on this bad boy. That would probably help significantly. Let's just jump over here real quick. Get some rally tires on this whip. Actually, we're getting the other one. The lesser Aston Vantage. This one. Well, the thing is, admittedly, I've only seen one digitally, but I feel like the ones that I've seen, the actual femboy part is not quite as visible as the Hooters part. So I reckon you'll probably see like some people coming up and then veering off as they realize that, hey, that's not just a regular Hooters shirt. Let's see what we can do with a rally set of tires. Oh, actually, hold on. The diff might go down real smooth as well, actually.
Turn around when it is safe to do so. In 100 meters, turn right.
Has anyone raised questions about no one knows that? Has anyone raised any questions about your mug? Inadequate. Questions that, to an extent, I feel are answered by your mug.
In 400 meters, turn sharp left. Turn sharp left.
I mean, you got to be turning up soon, Wolf. You're right.
In 400 meters.
What's the time? Where does it say that? Oh yeah, it should be turning up momentarily. Oh, him. He's the weird guy with the mug.
Turn right. In 100 meters, turn left.
Well, in that case, the femboy hood is just par for the course, I guess. I mean, I just wish I had that confidence full stop, let alone in Furdham. We still lose so much speed through there. Well, we gained back a lot of it. We were close.
So,
Try it again from this. There you are, Stay Healthy Bot. Welcome on in. Thanks for coming. I will get a drink just for you. We love Stay Healthy Bot. We love staying healthy. We love hydrating. I mean, I feel like that's probably the same kind of vibe as having a personalized plush, right? Or whatever. Having personalized merch is probably pretty choice. Where's that finish line?
you have arrived at
There
your
we go.
destination. Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Damn, you got a whole merch line out here. Get there quickly in our new car. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty safe to say, Inadequate, that MSF is probably the coolest out of all of us here. Except for maybe Wolf. Wolf's pretty cool. He does a lot of like camping and rock climbing stuff. But it's a close tie. I love this car with its weird spoilers. They're so cool. Just really don't like the interior.
400 meters.
Ugh.
Turn left.
Is that for the Buick or for the Merc?
Turn left.
MSF? It wasn't until you said that, Inadequate, that I thought of referring to Shadow as MSF. And it does have a nice kind of ring to it. Oh, yeah, yeah. Have like a proper touring car, like race car livery. Yeah, yeah. An MSF-R livery, if you will. And if that were the case, I'd chip in, I don't know, 100 quid or something. Just have a little sub to twitch.tv/Commander on like the side skirt or something. No, I'd have this livery first discussed on twitch.tv/Commander. I was talking about this a bit earlier, actually. I just feel really, maybe it's a commitment thing or whatever, but like I've got a sticker here I got in June last year when I visited just for a day to the lobby, kind of to meet up with another, it feels weird to say that, but another Twitch streamer that I follow on here. And they gave me a sticker of one of their emotes. And I haven't taken it off, like I haven't taken the back off of it. It's just sitting here on my mouse pad with the sticker on, because I don't know what I'd do with it. I don't know where I'd put it to put it right.
100 meters. Turn left.
Also, Shadow, I don't know if I've mentioned it to you, but that's probably the coolest thing that has happened to me last year, or one of them, was someone making effectively fan art of my stream, I guess. Very cool. Definitely something I never expected to happen. Well, hold on, why are we doing all this? We can't do it in this car anyway. We gotta get in the Aston again. Thank you. No, I really mean it. It was Very cool.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Like I'm one of those people that never, even when I was in high school, I never put any stickers on my laptop or on my phone or whatever. Even when I went through a brief kind of Apple phase.
You have arrived at your destination.
We check what we need to get. What's sped? Oh, doesn't matter. We got it. Nothing but net. So we need 13 more points. We can get 5 points from this. And I'm not going to do that particularly. We can get 3 points from that, so that's 8 points. Can we do it all in Mexico? No, I think we'd still have to leave for a single point. At that point, we might as well just do this one. I can't remember what it was. If it was a comic or a little video on TikTok or something. But it was basically that. It was someone just collecting stickers. And, you know, oh, maybe I should put them on my laptop. Nah. Put them on my car? Nah. And then the final panel is them with this really sick coffin just covered with stickers. Like, damn, it's a sick coffin. I mean, and ultimately, that's probably what's going to happen with my... Because I just don't know what to do with it. Let's jump in this Porsche 906. Luckily, Wolf convinced me to buy this car. Because it is a pretty sick ride. Not going to get on dirt, though. But anywhere else, damn, it's nice. The front arches. Yeah. I think what's maybe a bit more bizarre for me is the fact that it's such an empty cockpit. Like, I would expect at least a speedometer. I mean, I know it's, you know, race driving or whatever, so it's not 100% necessary, but I wouldn't say it's unnecessary. What did I want to do? Effects. Steering defaults. Weather defaults. Oh, I hit reset to default. Gosh darn it. Where's the phone at? Wait, where's that sitting one that we chose for the victory? Yeah, let's go there. Sampling quality, obviously. And we'll go 30. 30 on the aperture. Well, I didn't actually move the camera after all of that. Just vibing. Probably the safest place to just kind of vibe in the middle of the racetrack in a Horizon Festival. Yeah, that is exactly what I did. Exactly what I did. Just left it stock. If I can, I will always try and leave the engine stock, particularly the RPM. Just because then if I go inside of it, the tachometer works properly. Made it easy to get up hills, put it through its paces, driving to La Gran Caldara. Okay, well, obviously that's up there. Let's just fast travel over here. I was impressed how many gears it had, to be honest. I did not expect it to have 5 gears. Interesting. I don't know. Well, I mean, maybe it was like a bank error in your favor, right? Oh, it's got a... It looks like it's got a gear change light. Like it turns green. At 6,000 RPM or so. That's pretty high tech for 1966. Yeah, what is it? Yeah, you pass go, collect 5 points. Oh, speaking of which, I'll put a photo of it in the Discord. Earlier this week, I think on Tuesday, I picked up a game at a op shop, a Lifeline here, called Autocrat. Autocrat or Autocrad? In any event, it's a game from about the, I want to say the 90s, maybe the late 80s. I've never heard of it before, but as far as I can tell from the back of the box, I haven't even opened the box, but it seems to be that you and one of, and like your friends that you're playing with, each run a dealership, a car dealership. And it seems that you have to sell cars somehow. I was like, that's a very interesting game. Idea. And kind of very this channel coded. I also picked up from a different op shop, Midtown Madness, the first one. The Jow Dealership Network. Hi, I'm Jow. Are you in need of a new Land Rover, Toyota, or other type of vehicle? Come down to the Jow Dealership Network, located at the corner of this road and the other one. We've got over 3 hectares of new, used, and disused cars. New, used, and abused cars. Big Bill Hell is such a fantastic ad.
You have arrived at your destination.
Home of challenge pissing. You think you can find a better deal? Go to hell. It's like, it's in a similar vein to that kind of free real estate ad as well. I think it's like a, I don't know if it's Comedy Central or Adult Swim, can't remember. I mean, I would say that we've probably got the same. I was thinking today in the shower before stream, it's kind of weird that the American mall has died so conclusively, whereas the shopping centre, at least in Australia, has not. Driving to the La Grande Caldera. Well, okay, so it's kind of like a square. It's in a square room. It's in my bathroom, and it's kind of like a little sub room inside of that room. It's got 2 walls are tiled, and then 2 other walls are glass with a glass door in one of them. And there's a single faucet with one of those kind of lever water dispenser things. It's time for the inadequate. And nicely, it has the faucet or the outlet is high enough that I can stand under it comfortably. That is not always the case in the places I've been. One of the perks of being 6'4". Oh. Did you want more glass on the shower? I mean, you could have 3 glass panels, I guess. Or do you want less glass? Just 1 glass panel and have it open? I mean, if you're a real madman, you could have no glass panels. But then you just get water everywhere. I drove to the La Grande Caldera, right? This is the La Grande Caldera. Wait, drive to it. If that's the case, inadequate will hear from my lawyers. I will make like Nintendo and issue a DMCA strike faster than you can blink. It's a private collection. Oh, cool. I look forward to eventually seeing photos of your Jiao shrine or dungeon, whichever. Research purpose, yes, of course. So I drove to it. Getting anything out of that? I mean, I'll drive up it again. It's a fun road.
You have arrived at your destination.
And this is a fun car to drive this road in. Just full stop. Why is that, Wolf? I don't think we can make such definitive statements just yet. What have you done? Just as a heads up, this is like not like a doctor's or a Catholic priest thing. Okay, that's fine. Because if you'd murdered someone, I will have to pass that on to the authorities. Like 9 times out of 10, ACAB, but also I will pass on a murderer to the appropriate authorities. Truly the duality of man represented. I'll check out the video after this though. Don't be a narc, bro. I'm not gonna grass on anyone or whatever to be a dibber dobber, as they say down under. But I feel like murderizing or the like, probably, I think that transcends Narc. It's Goofy dies in a car crash listening to Post Malone. Well, that is a hell of a video title, Wolf. I'm going to be honest, I am completely sold. And if the cowards at Disney had any courage, they'd make it official. No, that's perfectly fine. That's why I'm not going to knock on it, because it wasn't a murder. There's nothing to knock on either. I'm not going to... What I'm going to do... Hello, police. Someone posted an incredibly funny video. It was called... Hold on, what was it called? Goofy dies in a car crash listening to Post Malone. Please arrest them. Well, I'll just pretend I didn't hear that.
You have arrived at your destination.
Questionable. Inadequate's desire to knock is rising. I mean, I feel like there's definitely worse things people have walked in on, right? Not like necessarily in this stream, but just on Twitch in general. Then again, I was, as you know, your boy always has aspirations, at least, of making another TikTok video, but never really commits to that. And I rediscovered a discussion about eating dicks and how it wasn't necessarily French, but maybe if it was like snail or frog dicks, it was French. So there's definitely been worse things they could have walked into, on this stream. Waluigi dies from the Hiroshima bombing while eating spicy curry. Now that is a hell of a one. That'll be right up there with something like Wario listening to, I don't know, the Beatles while on United Flight 93 or something crazy like that. It is kind of wild how there are definitely events where we're just like, yeah, this is kind of funny actually. And then there are other events where they're just like, no, this is entirely off limits. I don't know how I could get any more to the Grand Caldera than if I tried. How do we know that it's the spicy food that he says is hot, though? Because it could also be the flash from the detonation too. Because he would have felt that before the bang. I mean, that's a pretty fantastic title. Patrick dies in a 6-car pileup whilst listening to classical music. Oh, vintage music, sorry. Again, I'd be down to watch that, for sure. Does Patrick even have a license? Did he cause the 6-car pileup? I mean, I know that SpongeBob doesn't have a license, but does Patrick? You gotta pace yourself, Wolf. You gotta pace yourself. You'll over funny. How can I get more on the Grand Caldera than I already am? I legitimately do not know. Luigi. It's a green Nintendo Wii. Luigi. Okay, let's try something else instead of that one. That one's just not playing ball for some reason. About the hurricane as it drives circles around Mexico. Am I just driving around? Maybe I just do donuts. Surely it's not driving around the entire map. That's a pretty big. Yeah, maybe. Let's just teleport over here. And Beguine Machine. Hurricane Evo. That's a Hurricane. The Hurricane has been on the market for a decade at this point. It is wild to me. Still, I don't know. I still think of it as a new car. Hey, we did it. Was just doing a sweet donut.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Thank you very much, Wolf. It sounds like it's going to be a very funny after stream for me. I think I would too. I don't, by no means do I dislike how the Hurricane looks, but the Gallardo or Gallardo, however you meant to pronounce it, does, I think it's partly that kind of, like poster. I've talked about this before, like the poster theory of cars that you've had on your wall when you were like growing up have a bit more of a hold over you. I think that's partly why the Mustang sold so well in Australia. I think that's partly why I like the Gallardo more than the Hurricane. Because it was the car on my wall when I was growing up.
Good luck. In 400 meters, turn sharp left.
I mean, it was probably some sort of muscle car, right? Then again, I mean, obviously you've got a penchant for American muscle, but you do also have a penchant for Mercedeses. So, I'm not sure, actually. I'm trying to think. I mean, there's obviously the classics like the Ferraris or whatever. Countach. Yeah, I was going to say there's the classics like those ones. Where I was like, that could be it. The ones that everyone had regardless. Like the Ferrari F50. Probably a little bit younger than your bedroom wall, but definitely quite common. Never quite liked the look of the F50 though, to be honest. I like the more angular form of the Gallardo. Or even the F40. Oh, we're getting raided. Oh, goodness.
This is not a drill. This is not a drill. No. General quarters. General quarters. All hands on your battle station.
No, not a shadow raid. Why? Welcome on in, gamers. I'm checking out this for some reason. How are you doing, Ruku? How was your thing? How was your stream? What were you doing? Damn, those are some nice emotes. I particularly that raid message with those two arms and the dragon in the middle. Very nice. Thank you so much for coming on over.
Arrived at your destination.
It has... Oh, Halo. Good choice. Have you played... That's right, you were playing through the Master Chief. Have you played the Chaos mod for Halo 1? If not, I highly recommend it. It is an incredibly well-produced mod. And it definitely makes the game completely different. Have you been enjoying it though? Yeah, the Chaos mod was great. We should have a look at it again. Maybe. I think they did add some new things to the multiplayer at least. Ideally, they'd add a mod to the... I am well. I'm definitely a little bit... I'm a little bit down because my break is finally coming to an end. Which is just, you know, how it is. Oh yeah, they had a Mario Kart... They had a level where you had to play Mario Kart as the Master Chief in the Halo Chaos mod. And they had like entire custom maps for it. It was very impressive. But yes, I'm going back to work on Monday. So at least it's a short week for me. We've got the National Australia Day public holiday on the Friday, which is nice. So it'll be a long weekend. But yeah, going back to work's not fun. Yeah, 4-day school week for you. Which is why I'm kind of surprised you guys are going back then. Like beforehand. Like New South Wales schools aren't going back until the week after Australia Day because they don't like giving out public holidays to the teachers and the school kids. They can avoid it. Ruku, if you need to head off, de-stream, go to bed, whatever it is, please don't feel like I'm keeping you here. Please head off if you need to. I don't know what time zone you're in precisely. Yeah, I mean, you definitely start earlier. I guess it's because of the heat, perhaps? Wait, I should be looking at the picture. What am I doing? I'm just driving around. Glad I did. We're right here. I looked at it and we were literally next to it. Well done. Well, thank you very much for raiding. I do appreciate it. But yes, go take care of yourself. And thank you for trusting your community with me. That does mean a lot. What accolades? Didn't I just do that? Guess not. Alrighty, gamers. I appreciate that inadequate thank you. We don't want to scare them off straight away. We want to scare them off gradually. I think we need to head over to the rally point. Right? Oh, we could do this too. At Playa Azul. Quickly teleport over there. Why are they all in a car accident? Why is the common theme specifically Disney characters dying in car accidents? Where's the Renault? Oh, that's Reliant. That's close to Renault. 2010? Ooh, 2008. 2010, it's faster. Well, I mean, I guess it's not too surprising. The kind of stuff that people put on YouTube is pretty wild.
In 100 meters, turn right. In 200 meters, turn left. Turn left. In 200 meters, turn right.
What's the caster situation on these tires? None, because I didn't put the suspension on.
Turn right.
I wish I could still enjoy Oreos. I don't think it's one of those things that I didn't really appreciate when I had. Because I can't have them now because of the gluten intolerance. You can get like knockoff gluten-free ones. They're just expensive for what they are. I feel like I've seen that one.
Started. It's mini missions. Horizon
Gosh,
set.
darn it.
Time out. Round one. Failed. Let's go.
Round one failed. Let's go! Well done, gamers. We failed the first round. Excellent effort.
In 400 meters, turn right.
And good ASMR to you as well, Inadequate.
Turn
I
right.
hope you have a good day. There's a pretty good chance I won't be streaming tomorrow, so I'll see you at some point next week.
In 200 meters, turn left. Turn
But
left.
enjoy your Dungeons and Dragons, your
200 meters.
couch surfing, and your wacky tobacco. Oh, one thing that's going to be rough when I get the 3D VTuber with some sense of face tracking is the fact that I do have a tendency to yawn quite a bit when I'm streaming. I mean, that's probably for the best. I feel like you were very close to overdosing on beloved characters having car accidents through inexplicable circumstances.
You have arrived at your destination.
Well, I definitely have to avoid being zoned out. I can't be that while I'm on air. Dunsky. Okay. That's 2 more points.
There's a Spanish word you should know. Say it with me. Rápido. Rapidísimo.
Rapido? How many more do we need? We need 8 more points. Why does this gosh darn thing not work? I'd also do this, like smash any trash can with any 5 trash cans with a Honda Civic. We can get in a Honda Civic for sure. Go in the yellow one, or let's go in a new one. Post Malone seems to be a deadly artist to listen to. I thought you said you'd run out of videos. Doesn't sound awfully like you've run out of videos, or are you just pitching new ones? Was that a trash can? That was a bonus barrel. Is that a trash can? What was landscaping? That's a trash can. I can't tell if you're trying to pitch these to some, I don't know, prospective YouTube poop maker. Oh, those are real ones. Wait, I didn't actually get the bins there. Didn't get the bins there either, really, apparently. No, Ed Sheeran, why? Your recommendations feed's gonna be pretty busted come tomorrow. It's gonna be filled with people dying in, well, animated characters. Or video game characters dying in car accidents. I want ones like Soap McTavish or Captain Price stubs his toe whilst cooking dinner. Like the opposite end. Like these are the ones you've had before are relatively friendly characters having fairly painful ends. I want to have relatively violent characters having just inconveniences. Soap McTavish drops his ice cream immediately after buying, and then has to negotiate politely with the ice cream salesman to get a replacement. Excuse me. I mean, it's definitely tickled you pink, that's for sure. You're loving it. Haha, more pins! Being a menace, I'm just driving around this town looking for any sort of bin that I could knock over. Council must hate this man. There are an awful lot of go-karts in this place. And I meant golf carts if I said go-karts. I mean, the YouTube algorithm, just thinking about what you said, the YouTube algorithm gets pretty wild sometimes. Like, there's often times where people just get recommended, like the recommendation, the algorithm, or whatever, is just like, I reckon everyone wants to look at this thing. And no one necessarily knows why that's the case, but it just is. Sometimes it just goes viral. some reason I just remember the somebody touched on my spaghetti meme from ages ago now. Good times. Gotta be like 5 years ago at this point. I don't even know what the meme was, really. I think it was just the guy saying somebody touched on my spaghetti. Kazoo? Are you also looking for garbage bins, sir? No, he can't because he's not in a Honda Civic. Well, he shouldn't be at least because he's not in a Honda Civic. Kazoo Kid. I am unfamiliar with his stylings, I must confess. Don't know. How is that? I don't know. I guess I'm just not... I mean, I'm clearly not in the same area of the internet as you are with your Waluigi dying to Post Malone's A10 Warthog while driving a car. I mean, I might know it if I saw it or heard it or whatever, but I don't know it by name, at least. That much is certain. Bins! We did it. We got a point. Now we need 7 more, which means we can do those in the Rally Adventure. I feel like there's so many memes as well these days. I mean, even 9 years ago. I feel like a bit longer ago than that, there was a bit more uniformity, I guess, in like internet culture. It's definitely, I feel, definitely kind of separated a little bit. But yeah, all the way over here. Try and do it quickly. Get a broom broom car. Markiplier's trying to get age restricted challenge. Excuse me? I don't think I've ever actually watched a Markiplier video, actually. I've watched, way back when, watched some Tabascus. That might not be a name you even recognize. I watched some PewDiePie, particularly around his Minecraft period.
At the roundabout, take the first exit.
I've seen bits of Jacksepticeye here and there. Oh yes, no, I do remember that now you say that. Yeah, they were trying to talk about it wasn't just like video games either, it was like political matters or something, I think, right?
Turn sharp left.
I might be wrong though, but yes, I do remember Markiplier doing that. It's always nice when someone like knows they have a platform and then does what they can to do good with that platform. And unfortunately, that's not super common. It seems to be more common for people to get a platform and then try and do bad with it. Like, it seems like every second day there's, well, not every second day, but every second month at least, there's a fairly large content creator who's being outed as, you know, grooming his fans or scamming his fans, or their fans, I should say. Seems that content creation doesn't really attract the best people as a rule of thumb. Yeah. I mean, the music licensing world is just wild, really. It's crazy how restrictive it is for music. Like, obviously you can't show a whole ass movie or whatever, but you can, you know, review a movie and talk about a movie or whatever. And normally that's pretty alright. You're not, you know, gonna get gunned down by Warner Brothers or whatever. But if you play like a TikTok video with the original audio in it, you get gunned down by Universal Media or whatever. It's crazy. It definitely needs a look at. Well, TikTok's a weird one because it's clearly a different kettle of fish in terms of they seem to be able to get away with a lot more than the rest of them. Like, you can duet music underneath a TikTok quite easily. And a lot of it seems that a lot of the labels or brands or whatever you want to call them have come to the conclusion that it is very worthwhile to have a TikTok presence to almost like launch their song. Oh, for flip's sake, I did it wrong.
So, amigo, what's under the
I did it
truck?
wrong.
Is it the new...
I started the event. I went to fast travel.
I'll show you once we get there.
Hey, superstar, you're here. Get in the truck with Alex and let's get going.
Gosh darn it. Do I have to play through the whole campaign opening again? Yeah, out of those ones, easy car choice. The tow truck. 100%. I'm not one for camping, but that looks like a really nice campsite. I do like these loading screens. I've always particularly, I think since Forza Horizon 4, I do like the kind of loading screens in nature. There's sometimes with the cars going off in the background, sometimes not. It's just the map, basically. Nice. I mean, yeah, that's camps, right? That's part of the reason you go in camp, so you can sit around a fire. And particularly when you're towards the end of the school experience, I guess you'd put it, you can just basically talk with the teachers in a way you really couldn't before.
Welcome to Sierra Nueva. It's time to fire up our skeleton.
You bonded in
One
hatred.
of the best electric trucks you'll see. It's Alejandro's,
And we
so you know it's going to be absolutely
get
cracking.
a move on.
Oh, sounds like everyone else is already moving. Come on, let's go.
Quit event, thank you. I'm hoping I don't get teleported back to Mexico, because that would suck. I feel like there's definitely an element to that, though. It can definitely, not necessarily hating on someone, but like a shared enemy, be that the subject or the teacher or whatever, can definitely help to bring people together. Radical. Let's fast travel this time. Yes. Took a lot less time to load back into Mexico, strangely.
Welcome back, comrade.
I mean, it's the other thing. It's also always great when you've got a good teacher. Let's get some classic rally cars up in the club. Nothing like kills an enthusiasm faster than like a bad teacher. Suppose we should take out the Lancia. It doesn't have dirt tires. How do you go about proving that? You just have to like... do you have like a logbook that you have to fill out or something? Oh, hell yeah. 1600 or 1800? It's kind of 6 of one, half a dozen the other, really. I'm just thinking I probably want dirt tires. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's crazy how, just looking back up at your previous messages, crazy how prevalent vaping is these days. I mean, I know that's probably like the least hot take I could probably make ever. But it's just something I never would have even thought of. But I don't think they existed, frankly. Yeah, those brakes are almost certainly overkill for this car. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad they're clacking. I'm glad they're cracking down on it. Because it really should only be for people who need it. People trying to quit smoking. It's still not healthy. I mean, it's no secret I'm a pretty huge square. But this doesn't appeal to me at all. Yeah, 100 kilowatts to the ton. That's not too bad in terms of power to weight ratios. Tires look fine. Gearing. Bring that back a little bit. Do that. Let's turn that down a touch. Turn this down a little bit. Yeah. Well, it's because a lot of them have the nicotine in it, right? So it's the same kind of addiction mechanism of a traditional cigarette people take. You need that hit of nicotine. Yeah. Hairpin, right. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be doing that. It really did underuse that, in my opinion. Like, I really think it would be cool if you could make use of that in Mexico proper. So I could make like a blueprint, for example, with the hairpin right triggers just on the map, like you would put down checkpoints or whatever. Oh, I missed the bridge.
Turn right.
That's alright, we've got the rally suspension on this bad boy. Hell yeah, correct side of the road, gang. Correct side of the car, I should say, actually. I really liked it. I do find it kind of, I don't know, different, cool, neat to have that kind of hairpin right. Chickens. It's like, I think I mentioned it when I played Motorsport 7 a couple of months back at this point. I do wish there was a little bit more just like ambient dialogue in it, like the crew chief talking to you, or that kind of stuff, just to make it feel a bit more alive, I guess. And I think that having the co-driver stuff in the rally expansion did add to that. Yeah, we should have a look at a rally game, like an actual
400 meters.
like dirt or whatever, and just see what they're like in terms of their co-driver instructions and stuff.
Turn left.
Oh, speaking of games, I guess that's as good a tangent as I can come up with. Oh yeah, I would definitely try it like that. You're 100% correct. Gotta try it at least once.
You have arrived at your destination.
Did you see the or did you see any of the stuff that came from the developer event that Xbox did today? The Indiana Jones games and what have you? Indiana Jones games could be interesting, I think. I'm not sure yet. I haven't actually looked at the trailer. But the games that were there did look interesting. Because there was the Indiana Jones one, the new Obsidian game, Avowed, some sort of Civilization clone it looked like that I was quite interested in. There are a few games, there was only like 5 in total. But they all, I mean, they made a point of highlighting it, but they all had launch dates. Or launch windows at least. Yeah, I need to play the last Tomb Raider actually, now that you mentioned that. I only played the first 2. The first one in particular was quite good. The second one was a bit less so. So have you played all of them at this point, or are you still playing through the series? I quite like the story of the first one, of this kind of mystical island where this almost witch has been trapped. Okay. Like, I think... I don't know if I have them all. I definitely own the first 2. I'm not sure about the last one, I can't remember. I definitely enjoyed the... I haven't played any of the original ones, like the ones before this new series of them. But it was nice to have a kind of realistic, I guess, look at the Tomb Raider idea. Even if they were a little bit uncomfortable, like some of the deaths were a little bit hardcore. Like, I think I remember in the first one in particular there was some sort of water rapids section, I think. And, you know, you get stuck on trees, like, sorry, not stuck on, impaled by trees. Or, was the, like, drown. So for the new ones, or is that for, like, the original Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3? From way back when? Yeah, I mean, they're a pretty classic kind of adventure trope, right? They're kind of like quicksand almost.
In 400 meters, turn left.
Oh gee, okay. Well, I guess it makes sense. The game industry, I feel like, has definitely been on a bit of a remaster
Turn left.
Run recently. I feel like that often happens with like a new generation. Like, I think they did that when the Xbox One and PS4s launched too, to an extent. I think it's just felt really obvious this time around because there's not really many games for the newer consoles. Or at least it doesn't feel like there are. Might also be because I have caught up. Like, for the Xbox One, when I picked that up, I hadn't had an Xbox 360, so things like Gears of War and all that kind of stuff were new to me. I hadn't been able to play them before. was a bit more welcome that they were doing remasters for them.
You have arrived at your destination.
Just kind of overshot it a little bit. Let me in! Let me in! I wonder if they're going... Do we know if they're continuing the Tomb Raider games in the new series, or was it 3 and done for the new one? Because it was nice to have a kind of competitor almost to Uncharted. The kind of adventure game genre, really. The only real game in town currently for the adventure game genre is Uncharted. Which is a series I do want to have a look at. I've only played a little bit of Uncharted 2 here and there. Unfortunately, the original ones aren't on PC. I think it's only the 4th and the spin-off that are on PC. But I would really like the 3rd and 1, 2, and 3 to be on PC. She knows. Itchy nose while driving, no good. Wolf, take a dive. You're in front of me. Crash out, please. Sneezing. Drift cam. Quite interesting because we smoked the AI last time. And we're definitely having to fight for it. I think I should add different race events, or race like mutators or modifiers, whatever you call it. Like, it would be really funny if you could, in Event Lab, make a race or make a sweet circuit and then put in a condition that it has to be driven backward. Like, you have to be in a reverse gear the entire time. Sure, we'll send it as a gift. Anyone? Bon appetit. Luckily, it's just down the hill. I could drive down there. We could take a slightly more direct route.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Seatbelts on, everyone.
You have arrived at your destination.
Nailed it. Real time saver, that one. Taxi drivers hate this one trick. Just driving directly no matter the landscape. Well, national parks probably have that too, actually. I don't think about it. Can't imagine the National Park Service is super jazzed about me driving through just forests. Beautiful untouched wilderness, and then there's just this Ford Escort RS 1800 just beating it through there. Get out of the way!
More power, babe.
The horn doesn't really have the same effect if it just says more power at the guy in front of you. What do you mean? What do you mean more power? Do you want me to upgrade my car? Do you want me to pull over? I don't get it. That's what I imagine is going on in the guy in front of you as you honk your more power horn.
More power, babe.
Wolf is in the lead. Take a dive, Wolf. You don't want to wear the crown. It's just so heavy. Big can of Badlands juice. Give me one of your largest Badlands juice cans. Cashier. I assume it's the kind of thing that behind the cash register for sure. That amount of Badlands juice can't be healthy. I was just thinking, I wonder if you could make a musical map in the event lab. Either by doing it the kind of real so the suspension will play a song as you drive along at the right speed. Or could you Or would you have to do it using the checkpoint? So the checkpoints make a noise each time you go through them. If you space them the right distance apart, could you play a song that way? No. It is in the campaign. I couldn't remember if it was under Rally Adventure or not.
In 100 meters.
Yeah, the tarmac's just up here. Pull over to the side of the road. Get hit by a car. Oh, is that? No, it's just a regular GT car. That is a real shame. But the DBS is probably a super GT car. Let's be honest. I don't think James Bond would drive a regular GT car. I still maintain this is some of the best driving roads in Horizon 5. Just like the endless switchbacks through here are so nice. Particularly the stuff over on that side of the world. Just really nice stuff. Alright.
In 400 meters, turn sharp.
Oh cool, onto the dirt. Rad. Just what this Aston Martin wants and needs. I was thinking, should I take the Rally Aston Martin? No, Joe, you won't need the Rally Aston Martin. You'll be on tarmac. Oopsie daisy.
Turn left.
That's not accurate at all, as it turns out. And again, the race car tires on this car are probably better than the rally tires for this, because you actually stay on the tarmac.
You have arrived at your destination.
Okay, so he's getting a real head start there. What is the seasonal objective? 122.3. So 123, let's say. Nailed it. Second try.
Turn around.
Which means we got the Mercedes-Benz 280 SL, which I'm not super excited about, but gotta get them all. Horizon cars. All right. Let's do these wheel spins, just so we don't let them build up too much. Pick up news, gift delivered, pick up these new wheel spins. So... Sell. 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 Send as a gift. New players, welcome. Your name. I mean, getting a 458 right out the gate, that'd be a pretty cool way to start the game. So, let's send this one. Send it to anyone. Enjoy. Have this on the house, courtesy of your boy Jow. These regular wheel spins now. Getting a whole mess of credits. And a little bit of eye paint from all the flashing lights, to be honest. If I try to blitz through these as quickly as possible. Alright, gamers. Let us go our separate ways. Let us find someone to raid, also, perhaps more importantly. Forza Horizon 5. Is there anyone here that I wish to raid? Yeah, maybe this fella. Flamzane? Flamzane? Raccoon? They seem like a fine enough target. Otherwise, there are a lot of people playing Power World. Maybe we'll raid Toonbold. Why not? Always nice to raid someone that you've actually met in person. In any event, thank you very much for joining me tonight, chat. I appreciate you coming in, even if it was only for 5 minutes. There are so many other places you could go to on Twitch, so thank you for coming to mine. I don't know what's going to be happening tomorrow. If, as I mentioned before, if I'm able to get back here into the Jow HQ before 9 p.m, at or around 9 p.m, I might do a stream. And if I don't, then I won't, because I'm out for a dinner tomorrow night. So, to keep up to date with what's happening with the stream, follow me on the Twitter, Blue Sky, or Threads. And to keep up with the funny things that happen on the stream, follow me on the Instagram, TikTok, or Vod-mander YouTube channel. Or go to the card for all of the above. just in a different format. And join us, of course, on the Discord to discuss outside of the stream chat, or Twitch chat, I should say. Until I see you again, which may not be this week, I hope you have a good rest of your week and a good weekend. Let's go say hi to Toonbold. I will see you at the very least next Wednesday. Until then, here we go. All right, bye-bye.